I just hope that at least for this race, it's a sincere request for Netflix to not be there. Thank you so much. I
And
think Hamilton.
Mercedes will give him all the options to reach P1, even if they have to, fuck up quotas. But okay, that's my opinion.
No.
Oh, he hit the barrier on the way and then broke his track rod.
Not only will Charles Leclerc not start from pole position, he will not start the Monaco Grand Prix at all.
It's lights out and away we go. Bottas got away well. Verstappen comes over to cover him and does cover off the Mercedes into Sandoval. Bottas locks up. He's in second. Carlos Sainz third. Then comes Lando. Now pits for Mercedes. So they brought Hamilton in. Then a lap later, in comes Valtteri Bottas, and it's the hard tyre
right
too. But
front's not even off yet.
they can't get the right front off. Valtteri Bottas could find himself out of this race. That is it. Over for Valtteri Bottas. It's his first win in Monaco. Max Verstappen leads the World Championship and wins the Monaco Grand Prix. What a day.
So box, 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 box.
Oh no, man, no, not again, man, not again.
Yeah, Zoe, you're sounding exactly like Leclerc in his qualifying lap. 4 DNFs in Monaco for him now. I think Netflix has found its Ferrari episode.
Netflix should name their series, एक नया series बना दे वो और उसको Ferrari and Netflix बोल के name कर दे. Yeah, it is a very genre will be hate relation. That's what they bring to us, to Ferrari. But yeah, again Charles being such a good driver in qualification, coming at the pole and then unfortunately crashing. Yeah, I think it's very disheartening for him to get 4 DNFs at his home.
4 DNFs.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, but you know what? I think for McLaren, this is a dream. Lando has done so well. He came third in the Monaco GP, and now I think they are leading Ferrari by 5 points in the constructors. So, do you think it'll be a fight for P3?
Amazing job by Lando this season. Like Lando's has got 2 podiums, I guess. Yeah, and he's been great in that car. But again, when we talk about his partner, what's his name?
The experienced Ricardo, man.
The experienced Ricardo. He doesn't seem to be in a good form. I think Ricardo was way better in Red Bull. To be honest, I feel it that way.
That's again that's a lot of graves being dug. But yeah.
So yeah, again, see if Ricardo maintains this form, I think fairly enough we can say that Ferrari has a good advantage over them with a good car and Charles and Sainz being in good form. Yeah. It's going to be a good competition, good fight for P3.
True. I mean, totally. I think let's see what Baku has in store for us. There's a lot of history over there. And let's analyze the circuit as well.
For Daniel Ricciardo, the checkered flag is there. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is going to take the championship lead here in Azerbaijan on this Sunday evening. He takes the checkered flag now to win in Baku. And it's victory for Bottas in Baku. Valtteri Bottas wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
So Adil bhai, this is Baku right on our screen, the track of Baku. क्या लग रहा है देख के? What do you feel about the race?
मेरे impressions are fairly simple यार. मतलब वो the race is quite short. It's only 51 laps on paper. And circuit में 20 turns है. When I say 20, it sounds as though it's a lot. but I think we can see the circuit is almost straight for a major portion. So we'll be reaching quite high speeds. I think 300 के ऊपर तो for sure होगा between 20 and 1. And बहुत सारे एकदम 90 degree turns है. So overtaking seems very likely in those turns. So I think you can give some insights on overtaking as such.
See, personally, Adil bhai, I feel कि जितने turns होंगे उतने ज़्यादा overtakings भी होंगे,
Right.
and उतने ज़्यादा crashes भी होंगे, hopefully. Okay, not so hopefully. Yeah, not so hopefully. So yeah, I think we'll have the first overtake scenario at curve 1 because it's a sharp 90-degree curve.
Yeah.
And you see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a very squared cornered race.
Yeah.
वहां तक.
Correct.
अगर हम लोग फिर 19 भी ले लो, 19 या 20 से अगर फर्स्ट कर्व तक भी जाते हैं, that will be a high speed intensity race between the cars because it's a straight track and that gives a lot of advantage of overtaking there as well.
Totally.
Unlike Monaco, which was a very slow paced race, this is going to be a very fast paced race for sure. I think we can see a lot of overtaking, a lot of drama.
Yeah,
here.
I think even I remember you saying that this has some sort of a 3 pit stop strategy. So that seems something very different. I have not.
Yeah, at least in 2019, I think Bottas won in 19.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I think wo time pe, as I have read article, the winning strategy was 3 pit stop strategy.
Oh, matlab 51 laps they had to change 3 times. So that's something.
Yeah, they had to change 3 times. That was their strategy. I don't know how it will go this time. And I think it's comparatively. What is the weather like here?
It's I think a very cool weather. It's rainy as such, and it's a cool track as such.
Right.
They take a lot of time for the tires to actually heat up. So I think that's why maybe 3 times they have to change and stuff. But Zohaib bhai, Baku, what a beautiful place. I mean, the towers and the whole scenery.
I think this scenery-wise, it's next to Monaco.
Yeah, totally.
It gives a very vintage kind of feel to me.
The fort near the
fort,
1, 2, 3, 4
tower,
turns.
the fort.
Totally.
Yeah, it's absolutely mesmerizing to see. Yeah. So Adil bhai, when we talk about a fast-paced circuit, we obviously need fast cars. When we talk about fast cars, we talk only about 2 fast cars.
There's only 2.
There's only 2. One is RB Red Bull and one is Merc. So who do you think, Adil bhai, is going to benefit the most from Baku?
What a question, man. I mean, this is I can't put it in one answer. We'll have to make a whole segment to explain this. And I think we have a lot of information to unpack. So let's move on to that.
Bhai, when we talk about Mercedes and Red Bull, we are in for a lot of controversies, a lot. But especially if you talk about Spanish Grand Prix, I can say that when, as far as I have seen it, when Hamilton was behind Max, he could figure out that Red Bull's car 2021 had a few issues with their rear wing. It didn't align with the rules of FIA. The wings looked more flexible to him, which sort of created a dilemma situation in his mind. So obviously, what else can he do? He went to his team and he complained about it, and then Toto took it to FIA, and that's how it happened. So this whole issue is about, I think, flexible wings, and this topic is very sensitive, Adil bhai. Flexible wings. So if you know anything about how flexible wings work and what FIA is doing about it, that'll be great for people to know about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. So so I've done a bit of research. I've seen some really good videos which helped me understand. So Zohaib bhai, ki flexible ka concept hai, it is not something which is very new. It is not something which is like specific to 2021. It has been there. And I mean, if you see on paper, even right now, we have three constructors which are going against what Mercedes is claiming. Matlab, if you see, apart from Red Bull, even Ferrari is in violation as well as Alfa Romeo. So we don't see their names on the articles as much as we see Red Bull, but that is solely because of the rivalry. But let me explain
completely.
what the actual thing is with the wings. So, the whole concept of DRS, which in certain zones the cars are allowed to, bend their wings to get a bit of
Right,
speed advantage.
right,
So that is when they started
right.
making the whole flexible wings. And in fact, all cars have this because it is a part of the game wherein they get a bit of advantage on the straights.
Advantage
And
to overtake. Yeah,
advantage to overtake as well. So,
yeah.
to make sure that all companies are in same set of regulations and stuff, FIA actually inspects all the cars before the season starts itself. क्या होता है कि they just take a look at the wings. They do a load test wherein as the speed of the car increases, the flex of the wing should be linearly increasing. But Red Bull and all the constructors
Right,
have completely passed this test. I mean, even to this year. But what Mercedes claims is that the limit at which the test ends is something which is very less. Now, once the limit of the load test crosses, that's where Red Bull gets an advantage. Other they're actually seeing that the increase is exponential and not linear. So that is sort of a violation. But on paper, again, it's all fair. So what Mercedes wants FIA to do is to actually change the test.
so I can clearly say from this कि इसमें तो FIA की भी गलती है और कार की भी गलती है. But
On point.
but to be honest, it will be unfair कि हम सिर्फ बोल देंगे कि ये Red Bull की ही गलती है. I think FIA should implement this test as soon as possible. Baku has a very straight track. Most of it is straight from 20 to 1, from the 20th curve to the first curve. It's absolutely damn straight. So wahan pe these flexi wings will obviously give advantage to cars like Ferrari, Red Bull, and Alfa Romeo. And I guess McLaren this time is with Mercedes on this, but they say that we are not with them. We have our separate claim that हमें अलग से जाना है, Mercedes को अलग से जाने दो.
And I think we're going to see a lot of drama on the Baku circuit because Mercedes is going to protest. That's the official news we have heard from Toto Wolff saying that he's actually going to protest against Red Bull if FIA doesn't change this rule before the Baku circuit, which is
Right.
fair. And to this, in response, Horner has said that they will go against the protest and they themselves will protest against Mercedes. So a lot to come, I think.
A lot of drama at Baku. So the drama is not only with the controversy, the drama is also with the championship table. It's very tight between Mercedes and Red Bull, and so it's with Lewis and Max. Right, Adil, I have a question for you, Adil. So irrespective of the change, of the change of rules or something, do you think Hamilton will do better or Max will do better in Baku?
Oh, you're getting into the predictions.
So P1, I don't mind giving it to Hamilton this time. Like I think Hamilton is very hungry for a win, and he needs it to be on the P1 on his, on his table, like driver's trophy. He wants to be at P1 always. He's hungry for winning. So yeah, I think.
And
I think
Mercedes will give him all the options to reach P1, even if they have to, fuck up Bottas. But okay, that's my opinion.
Oh man, Bottas, feel sad for that guy, bro.
Yeah,
Really, good guy, good racer.
good racer. Totally.
Yeah.
Achha, so coming to my P1, I think as much as I wouldn't want Red Bull or Mercedes on the podium, I think Max is going to have this because I don't think FIA, as I've said before, will get the advantage removed by this race. So Max seems the favorite for me. So P1 is Max for me.
Hopefully they figure out. FIA figures out and gives them a penalty or something. Hopefully. Yeah. So I think for my P2, I think it's gonna be Charles.
Acha, you're going for
Yeah.
Ferrari. Okay.
I'm going for
And-
Ferrari, man.
Okay. I think I'll have to go with Hamilton for P2. because
Yeah.
who's
Makes a lot of
behind
sense.
the Red Bulls? It's only either Mercedes, and that's the basic competition anyway.
Yes, I agree.
And P3, let's close with P3.
Yeah, P3, P3, I feel it's gonna be Lando again.
Oh, I agree with you, man. That's my P3 as well. So I think we agree on P3.
Imagine Lando, start of the season. He has 3 podiums. What a
Yeah.
start, man! What a
What a
start!
start. And he's so young. He's going to be there for quite a while.
Yeah,
McLaren
he
would
signed a
be
new
one
contract
happy.
also, no, till 2022.
Right. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
And I think he's been the guy who's like done justice to that livery. What a livery. Oh my God.
oh yeah, absolutely. That Gulf addition to the car. Oh,
Beautiful.
take me back to the old days.
Yeah, totally. So
Totally.
yeah, I
True.
think that's the prediction for Baku.
Yeah, that's the prediction for Baku. P1 would be Hamilton, P2 would be Charles, and the P3 for me would be Lando.
And mine would be Max, Hamilton, and Lando. So let's see what happens. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well. I just hope that, at least for this race, it's a sincere request for Netflix to not be there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so guys, that was our predictions for Baku, and I think it's time we end this video. So, what do you have to say, Zohaib?
To everyone watching this video is just made by two brothers who were fascinated by F1 and what goes behind a whole F1 race, So
Hence
we're
the
just-
name figuring the formula. So we are trying our best to learn as much and explain to you guys as much as we can. Both from-
Exactly. And as we all know, F1 culture in India is not as big as any other sport. So we are just here trying to make this big for F1 in India.
So I think
these are just Adil,
based
go
on the
ahead.
love we get, I think on this video, I think it will motivate us, to go ahead and explain in simplicity, as simple as we can, the
Yeah.
basics of F1. It's such a wonderful sport. It's a rich sport. It's not
Exactly.
familiar here, but I think it's worthy for discussion. So we
Yeah.
want to try doing that.
Yeah, I think in F1, all you got to do is, pick your favorite driver, pick your constructor, and I'm going to tell you, this is for sure, mark my words, you will be hooked to the sport, for sure.
Yeah, right from our childhood, we were fascinated just by the look of the car and the speeds it reached. But now understanding, the drama and behind the scenes, it's a whole different story, man.
Yeah, exactly. Back in childhood, I think, we just looked at it as, as a normal car
That
racing.
Lal Gadi was like for us.
Yeah,
everything.
that Lal Gadi, okay, Ferrari, wohi jeetegi, that's what we thought. But now as we look into, deep insights of how a race takes place, what happens before the race, what happens
and
after the
I think
race.
both of us should thank Netflix for any reason. I mean, as much as you would call them, the rival of Ferrari, we learned, we got in touch with F1 back again because of the Drive to Survive.
Exactly. I can agree to that with Netflix for once and the last time, I guess.
So yeah, that I think is pretty much it.
Yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching
Thank
the
you.
video. Thank you so much.
That means you're extra.